Think of Honda, and chances are the first thing that comes to mind is reliability, not electric innovation. But the 2024 Honda Prologue is aiming to change that in a big way. Built on GM's Ultium platform, this all-electric SUV is Honda's boldest move yet into the EV market. With a promised range that rivals Tesla and pricing that could undercut its competitors, the Prologue might just surprise everyone. But is it the breakthrough Honda needs, or just another face in an already crowded EV lineup? Let's find out. The car we're looking at today isn't just another addition to the lineup, it's a turning point for its brand. The 2024 Honda Prologue marks Honda's first serious step into the fully electric SUV space, and it's aimed squarely at families and everyday drivers who want Honda's signature reliability. But in an EV package, positioned against heavy hitters like the Tesla Model Y and Hyundai Ioniq 5, the Prologue is designed to prove that Honda can compete in the fast-growing EV market without losing what's made the brand a household name for decades. But does this all-electric SUV truly live up to the hype? In just a moment, we'll break down everything you need to know, from design and tech to real-world practicality. Now let's dig deeper into what makes the 2024 Honda Prologue stand out, and where it might fall short. From the outside, the Prologue has a clean, almost minimalist design that feels distinctly modern while still carrying Honda's familiar DNA. Its wide stance, smooth lines, and athletic proportions give it the kind of presence you'd expect from a mid-size SUV. The slim LED headlights and subtle grille treatment immediately remind you that this is an EV, but without being overly futuristic or flashy. It's a car that wants to look current, but also timeless, a balance that Honda has always chased. Step inside, and you'll find a cabin that feels familiar yet fresh. The dashboard is sleek, with a floating 11.3-inch touchscreen front and center, paired with a digital driver display that's easy to read at a glance. Honda has gone for a clean layout, avoiding button overload while still giving you physical controls where they matter most, like climate settings. The materials are a step up from Honda's older SUVs, with soft touch surfaces and a spacious, airy feel that families will appreciate. Rear seat space is generous, and the flat EV floor makes legroom surprisingly good, even for taller passengers. But design is only part of the story. The real test is performance. Built on GM's Ultium platform, the Prologue shares some DNA with the Chevrolet Blazer EV, but Honda has tuned it for its own audience. Power figures vary depending on trim, but you're looking at up to 288 horsepower with dual-motor all-wheel drive. That means the Prologue isn't just a city cruiser. It has enough muscle to confidently merge on the highway or tackle slippery winter roads. And with a targeted range of around 300 miles on a full charge, Honda is putting itself right in the sweet spot for American EV buyers who demand both practicality and peace of mind. Charging is another highlight. With DC fast charging capability, the Prologue can add roughly 65 miles of range in about 10 minutes under ideal conditions. That means road trips won't be a nightmare of waiting around, at least on paper. Of course, how that plays out in the real world is something we'll get to shortly. Tech-wise, Honda is finally catching up. The Prologue comes with Google built in, offering native apps like Maps and Assistant without relying on your phone, though wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are still supported. Add to that Honda sensing safety features, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, and collision mitigation braking, and you've got a car that feels well-equipped to compete in today's EV race. And here's where things get really interesting. The moment when the 2024 Honda Prologue has to prove it's more than just specs on paper. Out on the road, the Prologue feels instantly different from what you might expect from Honda. Press the accelerator, and the torque comes on smooth but strong, pushing this mid-size SUV forward with a confidence that's both surprising and satisfying. It's not the neck-snapping launch of a Tesla, but it doesn't need to be. It feels controlled, balanced, and perfectly tuned for everyday drivers who want quick response without drama. Handling is another area where the Prologue quietly impresses. Thanks to its low-slung battery placement, the center of gravity is noticeably lower than a gas-powered CR-V or Passport. That translates into tighter cornering and far less body roll than you'd expect from something of this size. It feels planted, stable, and composed. even when pushed harder than most family SUVs ever will be. But here's the twist. The ride comfort might just be the Prologue's biggest weapon. Where rivals sometimes feel too stiff in the pursuit of sportiness, Honda strikes a balance. The suspension soaks up bumps with ease, the cabin stays quiet even at highway speeds, and the steering, though light, feels reassuringly precise. In short, this EV drives exactly how you'd want a daily SUV to drive. Of course, it's not flawless. The regenerative braking system feels a little inconsistent at times, especially compared to Tesla's seamless one-pedal driving. And while the Prologue delivers confidence, it doesn't quite offer the thrill factor of a Kia EV6 or Mustang Mach-E. Still, the big reveal here is that Honda has managed to build an EV that feels, well, like a Honda. Familiar, approachable, and easy to live with. The question is, will that be enough to win over buyers in a crowded EV market? Or will it fade into the background against flashier, longer-range competitors? Let's break that down in the verdict. So, after spending time with the 2024 Honda Prologue, what's the final verdict? In many ways, Honda has delivered exactly what people expected, and in some ways, it's gone further. The Prologue isn't a flashy EV designed to wow enthusiasts with record-breaking numbers. Instead, it's a carefully balanced SUV that leans on Honda's reputation for reliability, practicality, and user-friendly design. The pros are clear: a clean and modern look, a spacious and comfortable interior, solid technology with Google built-in, and a real-world driving experience that feels smooth, confident, and family-ready. Add in a competitive 300-mile range and fast charging capability, and the Prologue checks most of the boxes an American EV buyer is looking for. But there are drawbacks. It doesn't have the futuristic flair of a Hyundai Ioniq 5, nor the performance punch of a Tesla Model Y or Mustang Mach-E. And while Honda has priced it to be competitive, shoppers who prioritize cutting-edge innovation may find themselves looking elsewhere. So who is this car really for? If you're a family looking to make the jump into your first EV without feeling overwhelmed, the Prologue makes a lot of sense. It's approachable, it's practical, and it feels like a Honda through and through. If, however, you're chasing excitement, prestige, or the latest in EV tech, you might find more thrill in one of its rivals. In the bigger picture, the Prologue signals Honda's serious entry into the electric market, a move that could influence how many longtime Honda owners transition to electric vehicles in the years ahead. It may not redefine the category, but it does set a new benchmark for Honda itself. So here's the question. Is the Prologue the right balance of familiarity and innovation for today's EV market, or is it too safe a step in a race that rewards boldness? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit like if you found this review helpful, subscribe for more honest car reviews, and share your thoughts. Would you buy the Prologue, or does another EV have your attention?